No one tells you anything. I didn't even have anything on. Nobody gave me like a smock, a hat, a mask. I was in there in a t-shirt and jeans. And I didn't even know if I was gonna look. But it's hard not to. My wife's Jewish, right? So the baby starts coming out. I saw jet black hair. I'm like, babe, I think the Italian penetrated the Jew. I think we got an Italian Catholic baby. Little ear came out. That's when I lost it. As soon as I saw my daughter's ear come out, I'm like, babe, I can't believe it. This is unbelievable. And then more head started to come. And then more head. Now I'm like, what the hell is wrong with that? Nobody told me it comes out like a football. So my wife's like, is she cute? I'm like, she's gonna have some problems in school with the other kids. Did you save the receipts for the hats that we bought? They're not gonna fit on this cone. It's all fucked up down here. I don't know what's going on. Nobody told us. And it's unbelievable to see the actual birth, because they bring the baby out, they bring it out, and then no one told me a bunch of other stuff. I got hit in the head with placenta. Now we're in a state of euphoria. I'm like, babe, I can't believe it. We got a daughter, babe. She's like, go look at her. I go to look at her, right? And the doctor's like, you want to cut the umbilical cord? I'm like, again, nobody to do this? Isn't this an important job? And I'm going to do it with placenta dripping into my eyeball? I mean, it looks like calamari. It shouldn't be an issue, but nobody could do this? He wanted to come over and help me with there's a construction job, right? But my dad doesn't know. I got like a contractor that I got doing this stuff. He's like, I'm gonna help you. I go, Dad, it's all right. You forget it. You're 72. What are you gonna do? I wish I knew how to do it. There's guys in here that know how to build. I got buddies like this. They build like a deck on a weekend. You go over to their house and they're always like, you want to see the deck I built? You built a deck? When? Today. Today? I took a nap. You built the whole deck? You know guys like this? Flatbed, F-150. Sawdust, got a shed in the back. A lot of wood. I don't do any of this. I gotta hire a contractor. And this guy could tell me anything, I believe him. Every morning he comes down, it's a different thing. He's like, Sebastian, can I talk to you for a second? My 38 years of contract, I've never seen anything like this. The wall, it's a wall, the wall. There's a bend in the wall. Come on, feel it, feel the bend. Like an idiot, I'm like, okay, I feel the bend. I don't really feel it. Well, it's there. We can leave it. It's entirely up to, we could leave this wall as is. But when you're watching the game on Sunday, the house could fall down on your family. You tell me. Now, we spent some time at the beach. By the time we left, it was dark. Because we hit a friend's house on the way home. And we were in my wife's car. My wife's car never got gas. Every time I get in, I go, what the fuck? I go, I gotta get, we can make it. No, we got 4 miles left. We got 28 to go. Just do the math. We had to pull over at night at a gas station. My biggest fear, getting murdered at a gas station, pumping gas. Because we all have our gas stations that we go to. It's your primary one. You go there, and that's your one. But when you go out of your neighborhood and you got to pull into some weird one at midnight, like when you leave here tonight, if you're low on gas, you pull into a weird neighborhood you don't know, you got to be on high alert. As soon as you get out of the car, you got to ask yourself, where's the murder coming from tonight? You never give yourself a full tank at night. You give yourself just enough. $2, couple squirts. Let's keep this thing going. Now, this one we pulled in, the credit card machine didn't work. So now I got to go in that death hut. That little mini mart. You ever go into a mini mart at midnight? It's a pit stop for criminals. They commit crime and then they stop off to grab a Slurpee on their way home. So my wife's in the car. She has no idea the scenario I have created outside the vehicle. Now, through the open window, I said to my wife, hey, listen up. Dial 911 on that phone. Put your thumb on send. Hop in the driver's seat. Roll all the windows down. If you see me sprint out of the mini-mart, gun it, and I'll dive in the car. She's like, oh my God, what's going on? I said I'm going in the mini-mart. It's midnight. I could get murdered at any minute out here. And you're playing words with friends? Shut it down. You ever approach that thing? You don't even know if it's open half of the time. You get out of the car and you stop in your tracks. You're like, is this place open? You're just looking for a head, something. Somebody taking a Dorito bag, any sign of life in there. And you open the door. You're sometimes even surprised it opened. The floor is always wet. Why is the floor drenched at a gas station at midnight? Are they mopping up from the last murder? Why is it wet? Now I walk in, right? Stand in line, looking around. Those of you who do Krav Maga, it's called situational awareness. You look at everything in front of you, try and figure out what's happening, nonverbals. There's always a guy by the Gatorades, just kind of looking in the Gatorade. I'm waiting for him to just reload. I'm not getting murdered at a gas station. I keep to myself. Now you gotta plan the wedding. Now I come from an Italian family. Italians do it a lot different than most people when it comes to weddings, okay? Italians don't register at Bed Bath and Beyond. We don't bring a toaster to a wedding. Italians bring cash, okay? We put it in an envelope. Sometimes there's not even a card. There's just cash with a Post-it note. Congrats. Now, the bride and groom know they're getting cash. They're sitting there with a satin bag that says cash in diamonds. And people walk in and, they start making a deposit. Now, some people don't give the cash right away. They hold on to it. They wait till dinner's served. Right? They go to dinner. They'll have the dinner. They're eating the chicken. Right? They go, chicken's kind of dry. Take 100 out of the envelope. The food stinks. Take 100 out. Then at the end of the wedding, the bride and groom, they go up to the room, and before they do anything, they start opening up these envelopes. Now, the groom takes out a black logbook. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna log the amount and the name in of everybody that came to the wedding, right? So the guy will be, what'd the Pantangelis leave? She's like, $10. Like, cheap bastard, $10. The reason for this book is when the Pantangelis get married, you go back to the book and you look Pantangeli. Put 10 singles in that envelope and tell them to screw themselves. That's how I did it. My father, cash. That's all he had, a wad of cash growing up. No wallet, just a wad, just a big knot with a broccoli band around the wad. We'd negotiate. My father would negotiate prices at Sears. It was embarrassing to go shopping with the guy. The salesman didn't know what the hell was going on. The salesman was like, the refrigerator's gonna be about $1,200 here. My father would be like, no, it's not. We're gonna pay cash. And the salesman was like, yeah, we accept cash, sir, $1,200. But they're like, cash. What's the price gonna be with cash? It's not a flea market, we're at Sears. I didn't grow up in a huge family, right? I have a sister. Now, the check-in process at the airport, they don't want to look at you, head down, right? No smile, nothing. I feel like I'm working, right? I feel like I work at United. Hi, how you doing? Right? The only time they get happy is when the bag goes over the weight allowance. They love telling you, you're gonna owe extra on this bag. And you know it's heavy. When you're packing it at home, you tell your wife, we're never gonna make it with the, just okay, okay, I'll pack it, right? It's so heavy, right? You put it up there, and you know it's heavy, so you kind of try and release it. You do that like kind of soft release, like that's gonna take weight off the bag. And her mood changes. She's like, ooh, I'm sorry. Your bag is 2 pounds over. You're gonna have to take 2 pounds out of your bag. Now, like an idiot, I gotta open up my bag in front of 187 people. I don't know what 2 pounds is. I'm taking out a boot, a sock, toothpaste. Is this 2 pounds? Does anybody know what 2 pounds is? They're gonna charge me an extra $8,000. You think the boot's a half a pound? I go, where do you want me to put this? She's like, put that in your carry-on. I said, it's still going on the plane. What does it matter if it's on top or underneath? The guy behind me's 500 pounds. That doesn't matter? My sock is gonna take the plane into the Pacific, but you prepared for this type of weight? It's a scam. So you ever look at a treadmill, they got a bunch of different compartments? I always wonder, who's using all this storage? This is the guy they built the treadmill for. This guy's emptying his life into these little bins. The change, the iPhone, the wallet, the keys. He brought an iPad. He brought a cinema to the gym. Then he put his little bitch buds in, right? Then he cranked it up to 15. I didn't even know the damn thing went this high. The manufacturer said, yeah, leave it at 15. No one's gonna do that. But this guy's sprinting fast. You ever see people on a treadmill? They run fast and hard. Like the whole gym could hear them running. It's like a sock is gonna fly off at any minute. Then he pulled this one. He just rested on the side and let the thing. Just do what we are doing. Don't do some weird workout that you saw. Then I've never seen this before. He had like a water backpack. Like that you would see in the desert. He had a backpack filled with water and then a tube that he could just sip. Then he dropped it down. Then he pulled this one. He turned towards me. Now he starts side skipping. Oh my God. I cannot run on a treadmill with another grown man looking right at me, doing side skips. My wife's side's so different, man. My wife is always happy. Even when bad things go wrong, she's always with a smile, this woman. She came home last month. She's like, babe, I don't know what happened, but I was backing out of the parking lot at the mall, and I just sideswiped a cement pylon. It's just a graze. It's a small graze. You could probably buff it out or use some carnauba wax to just, you know? Now, my immediate reaction is to yell. That's how I grew up. High volume. I'd come home with a flat tire on my bicycle. My father would be like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. I didn't see the nail. My wife grew up with a mother that was more forgiving. This accidents happen. Just as long as you were not injured, we could always replace it. My father was like, guess who's walking this summer? Can't get you nothing nice. So now I can't yell at my wife. She does not respond to yelling. Last time I raised my voice, she gave it right back to me. She's like, I don't know what this is, but you better bring this down and let's talk like adults and resolve it. Okay, let's just resolve it. I think you need some therapy. You and your father should get in some type of group retreat for your condition. I don't know. So I can't yell. I gotta push it. I gotta push this shit deep. I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't even sound like me. I'm sitting in the kitchen like, yeah, okay, it's just a graze then. I think I could probably buff it out if you said it's a graze. It's a graze? Can we go to the driveway to look at what you call a grazes? Because I'd love to know in your head what you think that is. She's like, yeah, no, I'll show you. So both of us go out to the driveway. I'm like, we need a new door.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good to be in a relationship. It all starts at the first date. That's the big date, right? Normally go out for dinner. What the guy does, ladies, at the dinner date, he's just trying to figure out how much the bill is in his head before it comes to the table. And when I went out for sushi, I have no idea what sushi costs. Chicken, salad, steak, I know what that goes for. A dynamite roll? I have no idea what the hell that is. So I can't really guess what the price is. But the bill came, I'm thinking, that's about 120 bucks. I do the quick peek. That's what we do on that first date. We don't look at it like it's a life insurance policy, right? We act like it didn't even come, you know. So I saw the total, $256. Yeah. Yeah, ooh. I closed it, and then I started sweating on the inside of my body. Because on that first date, you can't let on that total might bother you, right? You just have to take that poker face. But if you've been dating for a while, or you're married, and you get a bill like that, you'll flip it over. Can you believe this crap? What the hell did you eat? You better take a good look at this place. We're not coming back here again. Take a look at the art. Lick the plate. Take the wasabi home. Steal something. Take a dish. Put it in your purse. They're not looking. Put it in your purse.
Driving, that's another thing I can't do. You ever get behind someone, they're not moving? They're not moving, right? You're like, come on. Right? You're like, you change into an animal. Right? You're just looking for the pass lane. You're looking to pass them. And it seems like it's days. It takes days for this to happen. But you'll finally get it, right? You'll finally get it. But as you pass, you can't let this go. As you pass them, you have to turn and look to see who the hell is driving this way. You can't go to bed at night without putting a face to that miles per hour. And I don't know what happens to us. As we pass, we lose it. We're like, what the hell are you doing? Sometimes you want to just slow up so they could see the face. You pull up and you're like, look at what you did to me. I was happy a mile ago. Look at this transformation. A lot of deal breakers going on that first date. I watch how a woman eats. This is a huge deal breaker for me, okay? Took a girl out for Italian food. She ate everything on the plate. I got no problem with that. But then she took a piece of bread and did a sponge job. My father does that during the holidays. You might want to wait till we fall in love until you start mopping up sauce. Another big deal breaker for me, when I go to the girl's house for the first time. Ladies, be prepared for the come over, okay? Have some options for me. You come to my place, I'm ready. It's like a hotel. As soon as we walk in, I turn around. You want a little Diet Coke, apple juice, wine? What do you want? I got Orangina. Nobody's got Orangina. Throw that at a chick. You want a glass of Orangina? You have Orangina? Yeah, I got it. Sit down. This girl had nothing. We walked in, she turned around, she's like, do you want some water or something like that? Water? I'll get that out of the hose. One night, went to this girl's house, she had a little scotch. I said, you know, put that on the rocks, right? She brought it out. I went to take a sip. I smelled the ice cubes. The ice cubes smelled like the freezer. I'm like, what is this, Johnny Walker and mixed vegetables? Change out your cubes! Every 3 days I'm breaking ice at my house fresh. But in the beginning, everything's fantastic. When you first start dating, first couple months, everything's adorable, right? You flirt with each other. She might be making a salad in the kitchen. She might have a little broccoli hanging off her head. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen, right? You walk in, you're like, baby, you got a piece of broccoli hanging off your head. She flirts right back. She's like, oh, sorry. You get married, you have a couple kids. That shit ain't funny anymore. Little things start pissing you off about the person. Just everyday movement could set you off, right? Just watching somebody brush their teeth in the morning, right? You're sitting there looking in the mirror, you're like, oh, look at this crap. I hate you. Look around you. Everybody's just walking around. Taking a photo of yourself? They call it a selfie. I can't even say the word without sweating. I can't stand the word. I call it taking a lonely. Do you know how alone you gotta be? That you can't find anybody to take a photo? That you got 838 photos of yourself in your bathroom? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Then I went to TJ Maxx. Anybody been to this nightmare? What do you own the joint? Yeah! I walked into TJ, I thought I walked into downtown Beirut. I thought a bomb went off at this store. Everything is on the floor. How are they shopping at that store? What, are they pulling stuff off the shelf? Yeah, this is not my size. I went looking for jeans. I heard they had cheap jeans at TJ. So I'm in the store shopping. I found a pair. in housewares. Stamped irregular. Anybody buying irregular clothing? Ever see that irregular stamp here? Now you gotta lay it out. You gotta find out what the hell happened. Why are these $1? Because originally $98. Now $1. You gotta find out why $97 been knocked off the pan. And if you're like me, you look at them, you're like, what? I can't find it. I can't find the problem. I found a treasure. Till you get to that fitting room. By the way, try it on wherever you find it. You go to the fitting room, no drape, no door, nothing. People walking by. I went to go get the zipper, the button, all this stuff wasn't even here. I found that right here on the calf. You ever see the people that got working at the store? Irregular. Is there even an interview over there? They just give them a vest. Here, go, walk around the store. Went to the underwear section. All the underwear is boxed. The box has been ripped open so many times. They gotta duct tape them shut. You don't even know what the hell you're buying. I took a gamble. CK boxer briefs for 39 cents. I brought them home. I cut the box open. It's a set of forks. Then I went to Kmart. Whatever you people feel like doing at Kmart, do it. You get a little thirsty, pop something open.
Had a rough day. Went to the grocery store. Always a problem at the grocery store. Is it hard to pay? Always something going on in my line, right? Always in the back, I'm like, what did I do? Who's still paying in check? You'll see it. It will come out of a bag in slow motion. Then the whole line sees it. Because it's just not the checkbook. Things go with the checkbook, right? Glasses always come on. Gotta find the check. Hold on. Always asking, who do I write the check to? John's Market. It's on the guy's apron. It's on the bags. There's a lot of hints here. I got no patience for people. Guy had 4 items in front of me. I'm like, 4 items. How are we going to screw this up? They scan it. Boop, 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 boop. Then he pulled this one. And a pack of cigarettes, please. Now we got to go to the cage. That's what we're doing. We're doing errands, right? That's all we do. Went to Ross for less. Anybody been to this nightmare? I walked into Ross. I thought I walked into downtown Beirut. I thought a bomb went off at this store. Everything's on the floor. How are they shopping over there? What, are they pulling stuff off the shelf? This is not my size. I went looking for jeans. I heard they had cheap jeans over there, right? So I'm in the store shopping. I found a pair in housewares. Stamped irregular. Anybody looking at irregular clothes? You're not getting a deal. You see irregular, you gotta lay them out. You gotta find out what the hell happened. Why are these $1? Because originally $175. Now slashed to $1. And if you're like me, you're looking at the pants, you're like, I can't find the mistake here. I think they made the mistake. I think I found a treasure. Till you get to the fitting room. I went to go try them on. I went to go get the zipper, the button, all this stuff wasn't even here. I found that right here on the calf. All the underwear, it's all boxed. The box has been ripped open so many times. They gotta duct tape them shut. You don't even know what you're buying. I took a gamble on some CK boxer briefs for 39 cents. I brought them home, I cut the box open, it's a set of forks. I just got a problem. Impatient people. Airports, enough. What is going on at the airport? Could we put a dress code at the airport? It looks like a slumber party. Do people care what they look like anymore? They just come out now as is. They must roll out of bed. And then they're at United. What the? I'm not into this. I'm not into casual. I like the 50s, 60s, people dressed up, right? I'm not into this whole casual. You meet these people, I'm comfortable. I don't care what people think of me, as long as I'm comfortable. Yeah? I'm uncomfortable that you're comfortable. Shower. I'm not into this. It's got to stop. When you go to the airport, when you see the world sees you. And now what we do, we sit down in the plane. And now we look to see what catastrophe that's going to be sitting next to us for 5 hours. Right? I know. And it's never this. It's never these beautiful ladies. I could tell my guy. I could sense it, right? Like he gets on the plane, we make eye contact, like, oh, this is him. Everybody's got everything. Everybody's got their Starbucks on it. I had to stop at the Starbucks before I got on. I got behind a couple that can't keep their hands off each other. You ever get behind this couple? It's disgusting. She's holding on to him from behind. Like he's gonna take off. It's Starbucks. He ain't going anywhere. She was dating some softy. The guy had flip-flops on. What's this? Flip-flop. You seen some of these guys' feet? Men's feet are disgusting. He had the finger foot. What is this? You ever seen that? Toes so long, he's got knuckles on them. Like he could pick up an orange and then throw it at you. You have a hand on your foot. Take care of your feet. Just because you're in the shower and they're getting wet, then they're getting, right? This concrete with this ash look here on the heel. You want to take a pumice stone to that? File, you got a cinder block on your foot. Sock it. And he turned to his lady. He's like, honey, do you want to share a lemon loaf? What the hell did you just say? Did lemon loaf just come out of your mouth? How do you feel like a man and order a lemon loaf? I would never get that, even if I wanted one. I'd point to it. Get one of these. Came in on Wednesday. There was I don't know what's going on these airplanes. Looks like a farm on the airplane now, with the amount of animals coming down the aisle. When did this been okay? Why is it okay to just bring the dog, a parrot? You see, a couple months ago at the Newark airport, some idiot tried to bring a peacock. She had a peacock on her shoulder, walking into the airport like it was Toomey luggage. I mean, what? The thing fell off. She's trying to gather it. When these people leave the house, anybody say anything to them? If I left the house with a peacock on my back, someone would come up to me. Where the fuck you going with that? You're gonna bring that on an airplane? What are you, nuts?
Guys, do not go to Vegas for a bachelor party with 10 of your cheapest friends. I get there, all of us are staying in one room. And the best man's bragging, we got strippers coming up to the room, man. Strippers, yeah, we got 2 of them. Everybody's got to buck up. The total's $29.95. $30? What the hell are we getting for $30? So we're all sitting there waiting for that knock to come to the door. Right? They come up. I open up the door. They're naked already in the hallway. Get in here. Would you walk down the hall like this? And we got the runaways, you know, the 18-year-olds that don't even know what the hell they're doing. Right? They just walk. I'm looking, one of them had 1 implant. Had a 36D over here and a 32B roped off under construction on this. I'm saving up. So we're like, all right, you know, the guys don't care. All right, just come on in, right? They want to give us lap dances. Yeah, they didn't even bring a radio. I gotta put the alarm clock radio on. You ever tried picking a station off this thing? I'm searching, I look back, they're dancing to commercials. No rhythm, no sexy moves. stood up. I said, after 10 minutes, I said, listen, ladies, nobody's hard here. Take your boob and go home.
You give your number out now, 5 minutes later, you get a text message. What are you doing? What do you mean what I'm doing? I just met you. Back off. It's weird now at these clubs. It's embarrassing. Men look like predators. They look like predators on the dance floor. They don't ask girls anymore. They just come right behind them. They're like... This is flirting? Somebody want to call the authorities? We just handled our problems in the house. We didn't broadcast our problems. My father was like, shh, don't tell nobody what's going on in here, okay? Even within our family, there was like secrets. No one said anything. My grandfather had polio. He had one leg significantly shorter than the other leg. Nobody said nothing. Nobody mentioned he had a disease. My whole childhood, I was just like, okay, that's the way men from Sicily walked. I asked my father one day, I said, what's wrong with Grandpa? What do you mean, what's wrong? Why would you say that about your grandfather? What do you mean, what's wrong with him? I don't know, he's got a 2x4 nailed to his heel. I never seen a shoe like that. Nobody's saying anything about the man's shoes. Now, the check-in process at the airport, they don't want to look at you. Head down, right? No smile, nothing. I feel like I'm working, right? I feel like I work at United. Hi, how you doing? Right? The only time they get happy is when the bag goes over the weight allowance. They love telling you you're gonna owe extra on this bag. And you know it's heavy. When you're packing it at home, you tell your wife, we're never gonna make it with the, just okay, okay, I'll put it, huh? It's so heavy, right? You put it up there, and you know it's heavy, so you kind of try and release it. You do that like kind of soft release, like that's gonna take weight off the bag. And her mood changes. She's like, ooh, I'm sorry. Your bag is 2 pounds over. You're gonna have to take 2 pounds out of your bag. Now, like an idiot, I gotta open up my bag in front of 187 people. I don't know what 2 pounds is. I'm taking out a boot, a sock, toothpaste. Is this 2 pounds? Does anybody know what 2 pounds is? They're gonna charge me an extra $8,000. You think the boot's a half a pound? I go, where do you want me to put this? She's like, put that in your carry-on. I said, it's still going on the plane. What does it matter if it's on top or underneath? The guy behind me's 500 pounds. That doesn't matter? My sock is gonna take the plane into the Pacific, but you prepared for this type of weight? It's a scam. Every part of that airport bothers me. The TSA, the security checkpoint. This is what's guarding our country. Have you seen what's in the blue shirts at O'Hare? Do you feel safe with this type of security? I've been all over the world, Egypt, Lebanon, Beirut. I've been all over. The security in their airports, unbelievable. All military, neat, hats, machine guns. Have you seen our first line of defense? You see the first guy they send out? Take out your laptop! Your liquids, your creams, your gel. And can we leave the shoes on? Have you seen people's... Guy took his shoe off, looked like he had a machete hanging off his toe. I swear to God. Like he could cut provolone. Just a thin slice of provolone. How does your toenail get to this point? Don't you glance down and go, shit, I gotta cut this before it starts coming through my shoes. These are basic skill sets. But as odd as this upbringing might have been, they taught me passion. They taught me whatever you do in life, you do it 138%. You give it your all. Yeah. Pride in work. You look around now, nobody's working. The people that are working, they don't want to be there. Go to the airport. The people that work at the airport, upset that we even showed up to fly. I've never seen an angrier group of people in my life. Soon as you walk into the terminal, they're tapping each other. Look at They brought bags. They got bags! I can't take the airport, especially now with these families, especially now. Summertime, the families, they're coming out like ants. Ants! With these little kids, enough with these little kids on an airplane, okay? 1 week old with placenta on it going to Hawaii. Hawaii. And what happened to fathers in this country? Their balls have been detached and thrown in a purse somewhere. What is going on with the fathers? I'm looking at this family check-in. The wife is doing everything. She's lifting the heavy bags. She's doing the ticketing, the boarding passes. And the father's off to the side like a dunce sitting there with his son hanging off his chest in some type of kangaroo sack. Honey, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak. I'll just sit here like an idiot. I'd breastfeed if I could, you know that. It's even happening with my own friends. I called my buddy, I go, what'd you do today? Well, I went to the parent-teacher conference. Parent-teacher conference? My father didn't even know where the school was. He'd often ask me, what grade are you in? Where are you at? Another buddy's got a man cave he can't stop talking about. Oh, you gotta come by. Got my man cave. Go down there, watch the game on Sunday, got my beer in my little koozie. Man cave. You're bragging about a man cave? My father had a man cave. It was the house. The world doesn't match my upbringing, okay? I'm here to tell you that. I grew up with an immigrant family. My father's Sicilian, my mother's Italian. I gotta clarify that, all right? Half Sicilian, half Italian. But if you talk to my father, you're Sicilian, you're Sicilian. Okay, Dad, relax. They instilled work ethic into me at a young age. Young. If you come from immigrants, they don't play around with the work. Okay? Been working since I've been 8 years old. These people put me to work. I don't know what was going on. I was watching cartoons on a Saturday. My father walked in the living room. He's like, hey, go start a business. Now? Right? They never bought us anything. I come from middle-class upbringing. They never bought us a damn thing. They told us who had what we wanted in the neighborhood. I'm like, Dad, can we get a dog? Dog, yeah. 2 houses down, they got a dog. You want to pet an animal? You walk 2 houses down. You pet their dog, and then you come back here and cut my lawn. What? What lawn? Why? What does the lawn have to do with a puppy? What are you talking about? There was no napping growing up. Once you were up, you were up. Okay? Not like today where the kids are, I'm gonna go take a nap. The mother's like, that's okay, Justin. Go take a nap. You've been up for 2 hours now. You're probably exhausted. So go upstairs, lay down, refresh, and come back down when you're good and ready to operate your day. Not my family, okay? Father been living up my ass my entire life. Constantly on me, questioning me. I was an altar boy. He questioned that, right? He's like, do they pay you for this shit at the church? You making any scratch? I had asked the priest for a raise. I said, listen, we know what's going on here. You're collecting a lot of cash during the mass, and nobody's getting a cut. We need something, okay? The priest says, we don't pay for mass, we pay for funerals. I said, then put me on the funeral circuit. I'll start working funerals, okay? That's what I was doing. I was working 3-4 funerals a week during my lunch hour. During my lunch hour, I would have to wolf down my lunch, which was impossible to do because I had the Italian lunch, okay? My lunch had to be refrigerated in the teacher's lounge, all right? Or it would spoil. I had to fill out a special form that the school wasn't responsible if the veal piccata spoiled in the refrigerator. All right? I had real silverware. Nobody wanted to trade at lunch. Everybody had like American, ho-ho Twinkies. I said, anybody want some S cookies? I got S cookies. Stella Doro. Nobody wants this. And my mother would say, make sure you dip those in coffee. Coffee? Ma, they don't serve coffee in the lunchroom. I'm in 3rd grade. Oh, I'll pack you some coffee then. But that's what we do. We go out as a society. That's all we do is go out. Go out to dinner with your friends. That always gets weird. Especially if you go out with a group and you go out to anything like a dinner or whatnot. And when the bill comes, it gets weird. Because what normally happens is the bill will travel around the table. people will then begin to pitch in what they think they owe. The problem with this is there's always somebody last to get the bill. A look of confusion and concern comes over their face. They're like, what? Now people see this and they're like, oh, need a couple extra dollars or something like that? And you're like, well, I'm $687 short. So the $2 you're gonna pitch in ain't even gonna put a dent in this. So how about this? How about the bill take another lap? Do another lap. I don't think my chicken tenders were $700. That's one way it might work, right? Sometimes you'll be out to the dinner and somebody picks up the bill at your table. Now, there's a game involved with this. If somebody's nice enough to pick up a bill, you just don't go, hey, thanks. No, there's a game. Somebody takes the bill off the table. You have to stand up and lunge for the bill. You lunge, but you don't touch it. Because if you touch it, you might end up with it. You're like, I never wanted it. I just wanted to act like I did. So you stop shy. What the? And you act like you don't know. You know exactly what's going on, but you have to act like you don't. You're like, come on, what are you doing with that? Come. Now the person will go, please, come on. I'm making a lot of money, you know that. I got this tonight, right? The person doesn't sit down. You have to come back with number 2, right? Now you go fish for the money. You're like, that's ridiculous. It's a lot of money. Hold on here, right? And you go for the money, but the money's back here. You just shake a pocket, hoping they cut you off. If that person has any class, they're like, please, come on now. You're embarrassing yourself. I got this. Get it next time. You have to come back with number 3. At least let me leave that tip now. Come on, huh? Now the person will then say, your money's foreign. I got it all. Now, I've been in situations where I go, let me leave the tip. And the person's like, sure, go ahead. I'm like, you cheap bastard. But Italians and Jews, very similar. You know, people say same corporation, different division. All right? We get along. There's an obvious, thing with the religion. I went to my first Passover dinner. That's what she's like, well, my mother's going to have Passover. Okay, we'll go to the dinner. 7:30, we sit down at her mother's house. I'm starving, right? Starving. They start passing out pamphlets, like reading material. I'm like, what's going on? What are we doing here? What's with the... She's like, no, we read for 2 hours. 2 hours? I said, listen, I'm Italian. As soon as I sit at a table, I got to have bread within 15 seconds of sitting down, all right? I need something to do with my right hand. I need a... There's some oil coming out? We got oil? I need oil. Now. Hungry. And the food they start bringing out, oh God, terrible, terrible food. Jews have no idea what the hell they're doing in the kitchen. These people have no cuisine. Celery, crackers, jam. I'm like, what is it? We're losing people. People are leaving. We need food. After breakfast, they fall apart, the Jews. After a bagel, cream cheese, lox, where are they going? They got nothing. They have nothing. Has anybody ever said to you, we went to this Jewish restaurant last night? The gefilte, amazing. I respect the Jews, but let's just have the Italians cater the Passover meal, all right? Come on. I could read for a couple of hours with some meatballs on the table. Growing up, my mother lived in my room constantly, just looking for shit. My mom knew what I was doing when I was a teenager. She would come downstairs with a towel. She was like, hey, I found this in your room. You're sick. You're sick. You owe me a whole new set of towels. I can't get this out. No son of mine ain't gonna do that in my house. Everybody's got something, though. Everybody's trying to teach you something on Facebook. There's always a video, a do-it-yourself video, or a life hack. Some guy, 53-year-old guy, got his own channel. He's in his bathroom with a camera. Once a week, he comes out with an episode. What's up, guys? Welcome to Jim's Corner. Today, I'm going to teach you how to get that last amount of toothpaste out of your toothpaste tube. Simply take a woman's barrette, attach it to the end of the tube. Now, what you want to do is move the toothpaste near the aperture. Some air is going to build up in the tube. Take your scissors and let out the... Go buy another tube, Jim. What are you doing in your bathroom with a bottle of Crest? Now, I was dealing with the whole, we got a Jewish baby. On my side was like, what you gonna do? How you gonna raise the baby? What you gonna do? No Christmas? You're not gonna have a tree? A lot of people deal with this. Well, her family is more religious than us. So I'm trying to figure out how I could appease my family, okay? So here the woman comes in for the bath. She's like, we're here to have your daughter, Serafina, for her first bath. I said, oh, okay. I go, babe, we're gonna go. She goes, oh, no, one parent. Only one parent. I said, okay, babe, take care of the tar. Let me go find out what's happening with bath time. Now, I thought there was gonna be a beautiful porcelain tub, some candles, dimly lit, little Kenny G playing. And then it hit me. I was gonna try and sneak a baptism into the bath. I figured if I went to the death floor and found a priest giving last rites, I'll ask him, do you want to come up to 5 and baptize a Jewish baby so my mother and father get off my back?